Welcome back to Face the State on this Sunday morning. Well, the General Assembly may not have passed a budget yet, but they did pass a bill to create a Hartford Whalers license plate. And with us today, the two men who were sort of behind the effort to get this done, Pete Hindle and Jerry Irwin. They are the Whaler guys. And you host a cable TV program based on the Whalers, and that's all you talk about. Gentlemen, good to see you here.
Yeah. Good morning.
So tell us about the origin of the Whalers license plate.
Well, we had thought, what a great idea. You know, why don't we have this plate? You know, so many other plates. There was a Penn State plate, and we were thinking, you know, why isn't there a Whaler plate? And we learned that you needed a certain amount of signatures of petition and a sponsor for the bill. And we said, what the heck, let's go for it.
Of course, one argument would be that there are no Hartford Whalers anymore. They don't exist anymore.
That is true.
So was that an obstacle?
It was for other people, not us. We believe they're coming back. It was more the fact that we had to educate people to say, listen, this is our team. They've been here. They brought so many memories, so much fun to all of us. No, they were the forever 500s, but they were ours. And we need to memorialize them and try to market Hartford and Connecticut as an NHL city still.
And so you approached State Representative Kurt Vail, who was on this program talking about this last year. And where did it go from there?
Well, he jumped in and he said, get the signatures, and then we'll move on from there. You know, then we did get the signatures, and he proposed the bill, and we testified, and we got some of our Whaler fans came in to testify with the Transportation Committee in January. And then it was just a long wait to see how things would go. But eventually, it was attached to a large piece of legislation for the transportation bill, and that kind of, you know, got it to go through.
And these plates will also help support children.
Yes, it's going to be $60 a plate, and a portion of that is going to be going to the Connecticut Children's Medical Center. So, of course, when we announced that the bill passed, you know, how could it not pass? You're helping sick kids, and we're getting our Whalers that can ride with us every day to work.
Right, and it honors also the Yukon Children's Cancer Fund, which was, you know, the Whalers a major booster for that, and we lost that 20 years ago. That's one of the things that people don't talk about. You know, the Whalers weren't just a hockey team that we lost. We lost a lot of community involvement.
Yeah. A lot of charity work as well.
Right, we wanted to honor that, and we thought we'd use the Connecticut Children's Medical Center.
Does it surprise you that 20 years later people are still wearing Whalers shirts? It's still like 7th best selling in the NHL, and that people are still hoping and dreaming they'll come back?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all. Peter Good is a magical man.
He's the artist.
Yeah, he created the logo, and even today in the top 10 of apparel sales in the NHL.
And so now it goes on to the DMV. They have to create the license plates?
Yes, they will create the license plates. They'll be available once the governor signs off on it, January of 2018. And then we can really celebrate.
But you have some ideas as to what the plates might look like, so let's
courtesy of
bring on the props.
Minuteman Press in Bristol, who provided these. We had some mock-up plates. So these
this
won't
is
be
the first one that you're talking about. Just tilt a little bit more toward, a little straight.
And
so this is this your favorite?
Nope. No, I think you were right with the green one. Earlier you said you liked the green one.
Yeah. So it could look like this. We're not quite sure.
Right. This is not a bad idea right here.
This is not a bad idea.
Yeah, I like this
one.
We just
want to point out, though, the 118 Hartford, everyone asks, what's that for? And what came out the other day by someone we had on our show says, oh, it must mean January of 2018.
2018 your place.
When they're coming back.
And this was done just by chance.
Mid-season,
and look what happened. We actually have a start date.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
And the last one happens to be my favorite.
Yeah, because it's a little bit more
Connecticut look.
Connecticut look.
This is also, you know, if I can just, you know, take a, you know, opinion here. I mean, I believe that this is probably one that the state might go with because it matches the current plates we have.
Right. Yes. Right.
And it's keeping with, now there's also a Yukon plate where the Whalers logo would go and the whole bit. Has there been any word from the commissioner of the DMV as to which one he prefers?
Nope, we have not even reached out to them yet, just because we're still waiting on the legislature.
And there's a lot of budget issues, so we don't. we can wait. We've waited 5 years, so
we've waited 20 years.
How did you get this passed? Did you have to do a lot of lobbying?
You know, it's funny. You know, we obviously we make a joke that we're just a couple of schmucks with a TV show, and the logo really has given us about 30,000 followers on social media, and we really thank the logo for it. But yeah, it was more difficult than we thought. It was almost a little bit. There's some kind of house of cards going on, but I'm not sure exactly what happened. But at one point we thought it was dead, then it was alive, and then it was dead, and then it was alive, and eventually it just all came together.
What really helped us is Peter and I, along with other support from other groups, went out to the Bristol Blues game. We had a Whalers night, and we got a lot of signatures there.
Right.
Then we had a couple people help us go around and grab signatures in Constitution Plaza.
Right.
And so we started to see the momentum build.
Yeah.
The DMV commissioner said we needed 400.
Right.
And we were able to say to him at the time, we have 827.
Yeah, it almost, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we slaved and slaved because, I mean, I was making a joke that it was almost like the Connecticut River in April.
Yeah.
The signatures came in like a flood, you know, and people jumped in to help us. So it wasn't like, you know, we had enough signatures within, you know, a couple of months, really. So it was just the waiting game of trying to get a sponsor. And, of course, in these difficult times with budgets, it's really hard to say, hey, let's make a whaler plate when you have all these other very pressing issues. So
Yeah,
we
were there
feel
some-
very fortunate. Yeah.
Were there some lawmakers who said, you know, this is kind of trivial, I can't really deal with this right now?
Yeah, and some of the media coverage is bad, and they said, you know, why are we worrying about this? But it, you know, it was for charity, and a lot of people don't understand that it's not a plate to go to the state of Connecticut; it's a plate to
And
benefit.
it's not costing the state anything.
Right.
That's the thing. The people are buying the plate.
Right.
How many plates do you think the DMV will sell?
I'm
That's-
saying over 1,000.
Yeah.
Initially.
Yeah.
And then with the momentum of people seeing it actually happen, I think
Right.
we're going to get more.
I don't want to guesstimate. I'm thinking we got 2 so far.
Let's talk a little bit about the prospect of
Right.
a return of the NHL
Right.
to Hartford.
Right.
Where does it stand right now? What do you know, and what do you think is going to happen?
Well, it all hinges on the XL Center renovations, which, of course, is really crucial right now. You know, there just is no chance for an NHL team without a renovated, modernized arena.
And really what it comes down to is the XL Center is the last piece of the puzzle. You have the apartments, you have UConn, you now have a baseball stadium that people complained about, and they shouldn't complain anymore because it's now a very, very good venue. We've been there, we've seen it, and we've seen the sellout crowds.
You know, the governor, who obviously would love to have the Whalers come back, has said on this program several times that what they need is a very wealthy benefactor to come forward saying, I will own a team. Who is that person?
That is the million-dollar question, and they are out there.
we've been
according to
after
him.
them. They
are out there?
Yeah,
They're
they
out
are out there.
there.
We chased down a couple of rumors and come to dead ends, but you know, mum's the word. The governor has not given us any. I've even asked him directly, and he hasn't.
Well, the governor's
had a
also said that it
yeah.
would probably be an existing team to move.
Right, that would be
Likely
true.
candidates?
Carolina.
Yeah, it's funny enough.
Yep, they're
The old Whalers coming back?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be
exactly.
something?
That'd be
Yeah.
sweet. And then we've seen Phoenix.
Yeah.
They still have no place to play next year. And the Islanders, I wouldn't want them to come because New York's a great market for them.
Yeah.
They belong there. So Carolina or Phoenix, I think, would be good bets.
Pete Hindle, Jerry Irwin, we thank you so much for being on the program. And we
Thank
can
you.
watch your program. Best place is YouTube, but it is on cable depending on which town you live in.
Right,
Yes.
Cox or also HPA TV.
We were lucky enough to get picked up by Cox all the way down to New Fairfield
Right.
on 19 channels.
Yep.
So.
Well,
Great.
a lot of Whalers fans can be very excited about this segment. All right,
Thank you.
gentlemen, thank you very much. Good to see you.
All right, thank you.
When we come back, our flashback, we'll remember a local sports legend who passed away this week. And we welcome your comments on today's program. You can tweet me right now at Dennis House TV or find me on Facebook at Dennis House 3. I'm also on Instagram at Dennis House TV if you want to reach me there.